Hello, Coffee Time friends. It sure is Monday. It's been 2 Mondays. Today's been 2 Mondays in a row. Did you know that? It just feels like it. What are y'all up to? Folks, we're keeping it simple tonight, and I'm clearing out this refrigerator. Really and truly, our refrigerator ain't been normal since the week before Christmas. And I told Mama, I said, we got to do something. So this is some rice that we had made up in there. Don't even know what the original purpose was, but we're going to use it tonight as a base. As a base. Mama says for the stuffed peppers, but I've used it a couple of times. We're going to use this rice for a base for our casserole. It's a stuffed bell pepper casserole because we got stuffed bell peppers left. But I'm going to challenge myself to make this into something besides stuffed bell peppers. Now, I ate stuffed bell peppers for 2 days in a row, and I didn't want them no more. Mama didn't eat them but one day. So really, she should have to eat these by herself and me get a whole new supper. Why didn't I think of that? All right, let's cook.
Why have you been mean to me?
Why have you been mean to me, Mama said? It's ridiculous, ain't it, Mama? All right, so here we have 3 of these little stuffed bell peppers, and they're still just as good. Right as rain, as my granny used to say. Right as rain, they are. They taste delicious. The meat is still delicious. They've been in there waiting for today to arrive. Now, they may not last another 3 days, but they're going to last today. So I'm taking all this meat. Meat's too expensive not to use. When you got that meat and that stuff and you've used it, I can't let 3 big hamburger patties here stuck in some bell peppers go to waste. Not going to anyway. So I'm going to use the pepper, which I would anyway in a casserole. It's already cooked. The hamburger meat's already here. It's already flavored up, but I'm even going to change the flavor of it. I never have done this, but I read up on it, and I found me a recipe, and that's what this was. This wasn't designed for leftovers, but it was, you know how we unstuff, unroll, all that. It was an unstuffed bell pepper casserole. And all that they didn't do, that I have done, is make the bell peppers first. So all this is going in there is a part of a delicious base for a delicious casserole. And I'm just chopping him up. Look at that. That's too good of meat. Now, we had meatloaf yesterday.
I may have to have a meatloaf sandwich.
Mama, are you trying to say you ain't gonna mess with this hot mess?
I might not.
You're what?
All the peppers.
Well, it's already cooked out. They're already done what they're gonna do. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take a little bit of Worcestershire. This is a part of that transitioning flavor that we're going to put in here. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little Worcestershire on my rice before I put my peppers. This is a part of making a new dish out of an old dish, because that's going to flavor that up a little bit. And let's put what we can in here. See, I knew that pepper didn't feel quite chopped.
No, it wasn't.
No, he wasn't, but he wasn't. How many of y'all make hot messes out of your leftovers sometimes? I just can't waste. I just can't. It ain't in me. I don't like it. I try not to do it. And Mom and I are going to have to work on fixing less. We share. We take out. We freeze. But you can't share, take out, and freeze everything you ever cook. And when when you think about your cooking habits, think about ours. We try to cook something almost every day. And that food has to be used or wasted, and we don't do either. So it's kind of piled up, ain't it, Mama?
Yeah.
With stuffed peppers and mashed potatoes and peas and meatloaf, and you can't eat all that, can you? Mama won't do her part either.
No.
I said, Mama, eat that for lunch. I'm taking it for lunch. I've not bought out in months for lunch. 2 reasons. I can't find anything I really like anymore. And everything is so expensive. Even what we used to consider, the cheap meals, they ain't cheap. You go to the
cheap meals, no
the place you used to get the cheapest tacos and nachos and all that. It's $12 and $14 for lunch. I'm not doing it. ain't doing it. I take peanut butter and jelly when I do go out. Or something of this. I take something with me. If I get caught out, then I'll have to buy out. But as a rule, just don't do it much at all. Now if this ain't good, we'll tell you the reals and if it's not what we thought it was going to be. And you may never have this problem. Maybe your family eats all your stuffed bell peppers. But we had 3 bell peppers and we made 6 halves and we didn't eat them. Even though I ate one that night and one the next day for lunch. I'll do my part, Mama.
Oh, we make too much stuff.
We do. We need to start doing more chat and less cook. But then I get hungry. I get hungry, Mama. Yeah, get hungry. Carry on, I say. All right, so that is the bell pepper. That's recognizable to everybody right there. That's just rice and stuffed bell peppers that I chopped up, okay? Now, according to all my research, you put your diced tomatoes in there. It makes it more tomato-y.
Tomato-y.
Tomato-y. That little bit of Worcestershire gives it another profile for you to worry with. Now, don't that look good, Mama? That's a half a can. I ain't gonna worry about that half a can because I'm gonna eat it another day. I'm secure with that. And Mama, I'm gonna put your favorite cheese.
What do you got corn out for?
Ooh, she noticed. Because I'm gonna use some of it too, Mama. But I'm gonna use your favorite cheese on here right now. I'm not putting any more seasoning because those peppers were seasoned to just goodness. You got that little bit of pepper flavor in there too. This is just a little bit of Mexican. Mama, you had one job to do.
You didn't tell me.
Preheat that oven. So in goes that. Okay, so that's over top of your tomatoes. So right for whatever it'll go on the highest, because everything in here is cooked. We're just going to. Oh, I couldn't have been much noisier if I tried. So I'm not going to drain this corn, but I'm going to only I'm only use about half of it. And then, you know that other corn that day that I worried about and carried on about using a half a can? It was so good the next day, and it was just the right amount to have as a little snack, and it just put a little salt, a little butter. And it tasted good. And I told Mama, I said, I won't worry about half a can of corn no more, because that was absolutely delicious. So a little corn on top of there. Now this ain't me just making up. I looked this recipe up. I said, what can I do with the leftover stuffed bell peppers? Well, it didn't tell me. It just started bringing me up stuffed bell pepper, unstuffed bell pepper casserole, all these other casseroles. And this is basically what it was. Is that my corn? I need a tomato too, Mama. See, and there's still enough corn here for lunch. Mama might even eat that now. Mama has been known to put a little butter in there and eat her
Watch
some.
your sleeve.
I got it. I don't wear that big floppy sleeves like you, Mama. Mama's been known to eat some corn like that left over. All right, so this is done. Except, see, I've got to work as I go because I'm going to trouble. This is fresh grated Parmesan. Now, I don't often have it. Most of the time I have the canned stuff. So, I know some of y'all are going to scoff and say, he's using an old bag again. Well, I just got to tell you, to be honest with you, this is a step up. It's in a bag, but it is still a step up for me because normally, y'all know I'd be shaking that can. So, this is fresh grated in the bag, and it's Parmesan. It's going on top. Now, I'm not suggesting that y'all do this, but I'm going to say, if you had, you know, if your family wasn't paying real close attention to you, you just present this as a whole new dish and don't tell them it's leftover stuffed bell peppers and they wouldn't know. But if you want to come clean, you go ahead. I just put it on the table and say nothing. Because I tell you, I think that looks like a whole new dish. I do. Look how pretty it is on the side. We're going to try it. Now, I know what you're saying. You're going to have leftovers of this, but it's going to have a whole new flavor profile, and I might eat it for lunch again tomorrow. Work with me,
How
people.
many minutes?
I'm going to say 15 minutes, Mama. Mama, do 20 then. Mama, stay in enough. Want to look bubbly and brown? How's that sound? Yeah, I know that's going to be different, but you're still going to have some leftovers. But I wasn't going to eat no more bell peppers. I'll tell you that. That wasn't going to happen. I done eat them twice, and I wasn't going to eat no more, and I thought those were going to go bad, and I can't have it. Can't have it. Come down here and let's talk while Mama's over there playing with that stuff. Mama's like, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I don't know. What's your weather like? It's 47 here. We've had a heat wave compared to what we've been having. And last night we had some winds. Tonight
We've had a little wind today.
Tonight it's all calm and 47, so we're doing good everywhere. Yummy. Hey y'all. Hey Donna Webb, how are ya? Hey Dana, is that Dana? What happened to the big meatloaf? JP, half of it's still in there, or more than half. But that I didn't eat it today. I didn't really have time to even work at lunch this morning, but I didn't eat it today. So that'll be a meatloaf sandwich. But let me tell you a little secret about meatloaf. Now that half of meatloaf, more than half, it's whatever we didn't eat it. 2/3 for meatloaf, but it was thin. And some of y'all may not believe this, but you can put a meatloaf and make a soup, and you can't even tell it's in there. Or chili. I can take meatloaf and make chili out of it, and you never know that there's some meatloaf in that chili. So we may turn that whole meatloaf, that extra meatloaf.
I would have ate a meatloaf sandwich today if I'd have thought about it. I didn't eat no lunch.
You should have thought about it.
Yeah.
If you'd opened the refrigerator, you would have thunk it.
I don't know. I opened the refrigerator several
What
times.
did you eat at lunch?
I didn't eat no lunch.
What did you eat for breakfast?
Bacon biscuit. 2 of them, so I overate.
Did you eat them at the same time, or did you eat one later?
I ate one and waited a little bit.
That's how she does. She'll fix biscuits, and then she'll fix bacon or sausage, and she'll eat a bacon biscuit for breakfast, and about 11 she'll eat another one. And that's all she'll get today. She won't even look in the refrigerator. Now I'm going to tell you, it ain't just meatloaf. I got something, my hair is poofy. She don't never get leftovers. I don't know. Her and Daddy wouldn't eat leftovers either. Mama just won't. You won't even get them out, will you?
I just ain't hungry when
And you think, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Even mashed potatoes and peas was in there.
I know it. I would have ate it.
Mama eats on the top shelf, right? Looking eyeball to eyeball. When you,
I know.
it's like this. When I opened it, there was peas staring right at me.
Well, I'm shorter. They don't stir me right now.
I can see how she might miss them. She won't eat. She'll grab a biscuit, or she'll grab a peanut butter and cracker or something like that for lunch. But I'll try to lay her something out, but then she'll want to eat around 4:30. And sometimes that's the reason we don't cook as much at night, because sometimes she's done eating at about 4:30 or 5, and she ain't hungry at 6 or 7. So sometimes she ain't as hungry as I am at supper time, because we on 2 different schedules. I like leftovers. Linda Brown, I like them, but like if I eat stuffed bell peppers for supper and then I take it for lunch, I'm through. I'm through with them. I ain't gonna want them again till they're old. You know, they'll be too old to eat the time I want them. Meatloaf's the same way. I'll eat meatloaf yesterday, and I would eat a cold meatloaf sandwich for lunch today, but I didn't think about this morning. So there you are. But the meatloaf will be fine, because I'll turn it into a big old pot of chili. And we ain't had chopped chili in some time. We put our meatloaf in our spaghetti sauce, and make a meaty sauce as the that would work great. Meatloaf and spaghetti, meatloaf and chili, meatloaf and soup. It ain't like you taste meatloaf, because what have you got, folks? You've got meat, you got a little seasoning, you got onions, you got ketchup, all that's going in your soup anyway. And you can't, it don't taste like meatloaf soup. It just tastes like a pot of soup, and it's got those ingredients in it. Hey, John and Mama from up the road in Corbin. Oh, Bethany.
Wow.
That's our hometown, Corbin,
That's
Kentucky. When we talk about certain things, we know we're going to Corbin. Aldi's for one, or to Lowe's for one, you know, or something. We just, that's our hometown.
Or to my heart doctor.
Or to Mama's doctor. You know, our doctor's in Corbin. So we consider Corbin, Williamsburg, those are our hometown. Jellicoe is a part of that. We're just 12 miles from Williamsburg and about...
You're actually a Corbin kid.
I was born in Corbin. 30 miles from Corbin, 12. So, I mean, that's our regular route. Like La Follette and Knoxville. You know, Knoxville's very close to us, relative. It's the farthest point, but if we need major stuff, big city stuff, we have to go all the way over to down to Knoxville. Let's talk about leftovers, Mama. You're not eating them.
I know it, I know.
If Mama and I could figure out how to make, like...
2 of everything.
Yeah, like stuffed bell peppers. We should have made 1 pepper.
And hyphen it.
It's the truth. Mom, we got to start working on that. Mm-hmm. Mama is always, this has been a landing pad for family for years. So Mama always cooks, she knows it's going to be gone. And then when Dad was here, well, Dad would, we might eat supper. This is a typical evening for Dad. We might have eaten supper and had stuffed bell peppers. He might have went in there and got on the phone bragging to somebody that he just had finished stuffed bell peppers. And he might come back there and say, hey, Mama, fix me a plate of that to go. I'm going to take it up to so-and-so. He said he'd like to have that. And Mama would say, okay. Wasn't it, Mama? That was a normal occurrence. That was nothing new. And that was an every week occurrence. Or someone might drop in. Mama would say, here, I got some food here. Let's see, even if they wasn't here at supper time. But now everybody's kind of busy and they've gotten older, and some of them have passed away, and Dad's passing, and a lot of his friends, you know, it's just one of those things that occurred. And Mama can't shrink. Now, we've shrunk a lot of cooking size. We, you know, as the old saying goes, we got the little kettles out instead of the big kettles. Used to, it wasn't nothing for us to fix 8 quarts of soup, 8 quarts of goulash, would it, Mama? Mama, you don't feel good tonight.
Yeah,
You don't slump. Look at her. Poor little Mama. She's using the other room. Maybe I should pet her.
You're going to get fed. You crazy thing.
Did she not look pitiful? That's what I said. Mama, are you feeling pitiful?
No.
Well, come in the room with us.
I'm in the room. I have to.
You know, everything in a recliner. You can look. Put your elbows up here. Put your elbows up here. I won't even tell Miss Manners.
Off the table.
I'm only picking on her because she's not been picked on hardly at all today, and she has a quota.
Oh, no.
Mama, I'm going to put it on you.
No, you're not.
What's this here?
You put tomatoes.
Tomato juice. Look, there she is. Mama, you got smudges on this thing. I'm seeing halos.
You're not. It ain't me because I'm not had their phone.
I'm seeing the halos up here. Let me wipe y'all off. Wipe your glasses off. Hold on. There, no halos.
Where'd you see halos?
Well, it just smudges, really.
No.
There's Mama. Mama, smile for me.
I can't see good enough to see that.
What kind of shirt you wearing today, Mama?
It's a rail.
2 snowmen and 3 trees.
That's 3 snowmen.
3 snowmen, 3 trees.
I think you got the trees wrong.
Mama, I see 3 trees.
3 snowmen. It's an old shirt. It's a winter shirt.
She tried to be different. Did you see her? She was like, it ain't no 3 trees. What's wrong with you? If I said 3, she said, I think there's 4.
And a red bird. And
I don't see no bubblings.
I'm ready for snow.
Mama is ready for snow. Now, don't let her fool you. She don't like cold weather, but she likes good snow. That's y'all's coffee. Good, good, good. Mama made me a pot.
Early this morning.
Is this leftover coffee from this morning?
Yeah, I never made another. I didn't drink coffee today.
Oh, so this has just come out of the warmer.
I drank hot tea this morning.
Hot tea.
You all's hot tea. I made
Y'all don't have individual
but I made a gallon.
bags.
And he would cut
Mama
that.
used to make individual bags when she used other tea. But then she's learned you can just take cold tea, a gallon of cold tea, pour it in your coffee cup, put it in the microwave, and it heats up delicious. And I can vouch for it because she made me some the other morning and I thought it was delicious. I said, I may switch from coffee to hot tea.
That
Mama
I know
laughed.
better.
She laughed and laughed.
I know better than that. You like hot tea, but you...
I did like it, but I ain't done no switching.
No. You just drank them both.
I woke up at 4:30 this morning and I thought I should get on up and make some coffee. I didn't know. I laid in till 5 and then got up and got my shower and got ready and come through here and Mama done make coffee. This is the best bread and breakfast I ever stayed in. I'm giving her a Yelp review.
What is it, 5-star?
5-star. I'm going to give you 5+, Mama.
Oh, 5+. Ooh. I like it.
Let's see what folks are saying, Mama. They may have a question for you now that you've lit. Mama's sitting here. This is your opportunity, folks, to ask her some questions.
Oh, wow.
Q&A with Mama right here tonight. Mama, you froze them up, looks like.
I do a lot of stuff sitting over here. And
Hey, guys, says Jan Blevins. That's what I do when I want hot tea. Is it what, Valinda? It's good, ain't it?
Yeah.
I started using seasoned croutons instead of crackers in my meatloaf. Ooh, Brent, I bet that's good, isn't it? You crush them up. That would work, Mama. We might try that sometime. Seasoned crackers.
Croutons.
Seasoned croutons instead of crackers. Hello, John and Mama. I'm here. Hey, Miss Noah, how are you?
Hey, Noah.
Hi, John and Mama.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know what that was. Hi, John and Mama from beautiful, sunny Southern California.
Wow.
Hope you're having a blessed day. Elizabeth, go ahead. Elizabeth, tell us. What's
Just
the
how warm
beautiful
it is.
weather and temperature like there? Are you sitting at 70? If you're in Southern California, if you're in San Diego, I know what you're doing.
60.
You're 70 degrees and it's perfect. When we were in San Diego, I told Mama, I said, I normally want to get home, but this right here is the perfect temperature I've ever lived in. I could stay here a while. It was perfect. If you've never been to San Diego, you've not experienced that perfect. No humidity. It was wonderful. I was out walking the puppy dog at 6:57 this morning. Mary,
Ooh.
was it even daylight then?
No, it don't. What it might be.
Tia says, was John your only kid?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. You
Well,
can
Mama-
tell he's spoiled rotten.
Good evening, Bedford, PA. Hey, Mary. A slurp. I don't know what that means. Pam, I do that a lot. Stick, sorry, hope you sleep soon. Oh, she says she gets up early a lot. I don't know who she's trying to somebody else though. Who is Mama's favorite singer?
Oh.
In what genre? Like, I know who her favorite used to be years ago when I was a kid. You may tell her, Mama?
I don't care. You might not have it right.
Conway Tweedy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because every Saturday morning I'd smell Pine Sol and hear Conway on the cassette tape. And Mama would be jamming to Conway and the house would smell like Pine Sol because she's cleaning. Mama, what's your favorite dish to cook?
My favorite dish is probably mashed potatoes.
Her favorite dish is mashed potatoes, 100%. Her favorite soup is potato soup, 100%.
Potatoes, yeah.
Her favorite meal would probably be pork chops, mashed potatoes, and pork and beans. Or pot roast. Which is your favorite?
I guess roast
Roast is your favorite.
with gravy and mushrooms.
Is pork chop second?
Yeah.
Okay. So pot roast is her favorite, she says. Hello from Springfield, Tennessee. Hello, Joellen. How are you? Hey, John and Mama from Arkansas. Well, hello, Deb. How are you? Angela Britt says, what's your secret to having such a respectful, loving... Oh, Angela, thank you.
Is that talking about you?
I'm the only son. You didn't confirm that. Helpful son. She said, what's your secret?
I made him mine when he was little.
She's mean as a dog to me, Angela. I wasn't one of them timeout kids. I'll put it that way. I got spankings, and then I got put on the couch, and I got asked, what are you crying for? If you can't quit crying, I'll give you something to cry about. Now, that's the truth. My mama is just a wonderful person. She's always been that way. She's just loving. What you see is what you get. I mean, what you all know of her is the real her. And she just has a good time, and she likes to laugh a lot. She's quieter on here than she is in real life. Now, this is quieter than she is in real life. She'll talk up a storm. But she just always has been, she's always been a good mom. She's always been a good representative of the Lord, and she's always taught me right. And I say she's strict, but I will say this, she didn't give me a lot of rules. I didn't have a lot of rules. I mean, there was hard, fast rules that I was brought up with, like eating. You know, we ate at the table. We could eat popcorn and Friday night pizza in the living room. Other than that, we never ate anywhere but the table. Popcorn on Friday nights, Saturday nights, Sunday nights. Usually it was popcorn nights. But not all three in a row, but one of those three in the week. I never had a curfew as a teenager. But I come home one night and she was waiting up. And I said, why are you up? It's 12:30. And she said, I'm not going to bed. You come home. And I knew she had to be up at 4:30. And I felt like a dog. So from then on, I just made sure I was always home by 11:15 because that's when the weather come on. And that's when Mama would watch the weather and go to bed on a normal night. So I knew Mama would be going to bed about 11:15. So that was my own personal curfew for myself. But she never said be home by this time or that time. She never told me not to smoke. In fact, she told me if I wanted to smoke or drink, and this was from a deacon's wife, and she's a Sunday school teacher, when I was in 16, 17, 18. If she preferred me not to do it, but I was going to do it, don't hide it from her. And don't get out and get in trouble or drive or think I couldn't call her for any reason. So I had that in my mind always as a child. And she said, if you're going to smoke, just smoke.
Smoke in front of me. That's what my
Don't go to the barn or run around here and try to hide or be smoking in your bedroom. Just say, Mom, I decided I'm going to smoke, and, but I'd rather you not. And, I don't like it. And that was enough. So I guess it wasn't a forbidden fruit. She didn't restrict me.
That's the way my daddy did us. He'd say, if you're going to smoke here in front of me so you won't catch nothing on fire. And I told him after I got grown and brave, I said, you spoiled everything. The part of smoking was sneaking and doing it.
And she would always say to me, you know what between right and wrong. And you know what you should do and what you shouldn't do. And that's between you and the Lord. It's time for you to be responsible. And my daddy always said, honor your name. Oh. Don't get out and destroy your name, because that will last forever. And that was always rolling around the back of my mind. So that's kind of how they raised me. We had rules, but it wasn't like a prison rules. It was just I knew what to do or not to do. We're bubbling. We're brown. You want to get that? I tell you.
No, I put it in.
And she's independent as a hog on ice. It's storming here in Memphis. And I'm sick. Francis, Christian, we'll be praying for you. I hope you don't have the COVID, Francis. Well, Francis, if you're storming in Memphis, usually you predict our weather for the next 8 hours or the next day anyway, because Usually the weather marches right across. Sometimes it cuts up through Kentucky and misses us, but a lot of times it don't. Mama, is John your only child? Yep, Shelby, I am. Now, she had 3 miscarriages in her life, and I could have had 3 brothers and sisters, and I kind of think I do in heaven, and I kind of think we'll be reunited someday, because that's just kind of how I believe on it. California is windy and cold today. Vivian, no. That was where I was having my vacation in my mind. Hello, John and Mama. Wendy from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Well, see, now we had that wind last night, but we may have more coming our way. Looky, 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 looky. Now, see, do you see a stuffed bell pepper in there anywhere? No, you do not. You see beautiful corn and cheese and tomato. I'm excited to see. Hey, Sandra, how are you? Hello, John and Mama from JC Johnson City. Janet, I love Johnson City. Worked up in Johnson City a lot and just fell in love with Johnson City. Johnson City is just like a little urban small town. It's got all the things. It's got a college. It's got all the food and all the stuff of big cities, but yet it's got a small community feel. Love Johnson City. Hello, John and Mama from West Virginia. Well, West Virginians are just right here with us. Hi, we are to get snow and rain for tonight in Pennsylvania. Becky, I hope y'all do good with it.
Are you wanting some tea tonight?
Yeah, is that decaf?
Yeah.
I do want tea, Mama. You have hit the spot. Cold tea, not this. Raining cats and dogs here in South Mississippi today. Y'all got some bad weather around us. Hello, darling. Steve Duncan said hello, darling.
Hello, darling.
Does anybody know why Steve Duncan said that? How many
do.
How many of you folks out there know?
I know.
Nice to see you.
It's been a long time.
That was one of Conway Twitty. We don't own any rights to Conway Twitty or anything about his music, but that was one that Conway is really famous for. And I don't know who his duet partner was. It Loretta Lynn? Back in the day. Who sang that? Who did he sing that with? Or was that blonde girl? Steve, you brought it up. Now tell us who sang it with. Nice to see you. That was a good song. But I would wake up then on Saturday morning in the smell of pine sol. To this very day, Mama could be a pine sol ambassador. To this very day, I like to clean my bathrooms with pine sol, even if I clean it with something else. I like to smell that because to me that smells clean. It don't smell good sometimes, but it's Mama's ideal of clean when I was a kid because she mopped all the floors in good old pine sol. Mama, you and I love many of the same things, probably because our grannies cooked them for us. Yep, Vivian? Mm-hmm. And that's the reason I like a lot of them too. All right, Mama. I'm just trying to scroll through and catch up. Let's bless it. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this meal. We thank you for the opportunity to partake it, dear Lord. And we just ask you to bless it for the nourishment of our bodies and to put a hedge of protection around us and all those here tonight. And Lord, we've already seen some that was sick and some that was needy and many prayer requests that are spoken and unspoken, Lord. We just pray that you will watch over those folks and answer those prayer requests in your time and your will and your glory. In your name we pray. Amen. All right, Mama, I'm expecting great things here.
Great things.
Mama's like, not me. Mama, tell us the truth. Just be honest. What are you expecting it to be? What?
Probably too peppery for me.
Too peppery for you?
Yeah.
Now, green peppers I wouldn't even try this with. But sweet peppers, I love them. That's a perfect bite. I've got all the way through, and I've got the bottom, and I've got the rice, and I've got the... It smells good.
Mm.
Mama, it's hot. Come out of that box over there.
I know it.
What's the verdict?
I ain't eat it.
She's delaying answer. That usually means she don't care for it.
It tasted pretty good.
It tastes good.
But all the peppers, you know, me and peppers.
But it don't taste like a stuffed pepper.
No.
It tastes, that little bit of Worcestershire sauce gave it that hint of that Worcestershire flavor. The tomatoes, I think what changed it the most was those fresh tomatoes in there. Because what tomatoes was in the peppers was, had a lot of that pepper flavor. These tomatoes taste like fresh tomatoes laid in there. And then you get that little hint of that corn, just a little bit of sweetness. And then you got that little bit of cheese. Mm-hmm. So it's better than a stuffed pepper left over.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to eat it, and I wasn't really in the mood for no stuffed peppers. Another thing that helped it was layering the bottom with that rice. It took a lot of that pepper flavor out. I'm going to say it's a go, and I'm going to say something else. Next time I think about stuffed bell peppers, I might just go with this first. I might just get some rice, get the meat, put a few peppers in there.
Less peppers would help me.
But I mean, I know why your flavor, they marinated for 4 days now. 3 days. So, but if you just made it with the first time with the corn, I like that corn in there. I'm going to say, I'm liking this.
You're liking it. You better like it. You got a whole big bowl.
With the cheese, the 2 different cheeses, well, actually it was 5 cheeses because that one's got 4 cheeses in one bag. And then that little bit of Parmesan on top, you get 2, they got salty Parmesan, you get the other cheeses. Look, it's just dripping down. But I think the rice and all that did calm the pepper flavor way down. It went from a 9 to a 4. And what do you think, Mama?
It's pretty good.
It isn't. It's a good way to redo a pepper. I tend to wonder whether to have it this way is to just eat peppers again.
Yeah.
Because the one thing option was eat some stuffed bell peppers with those leftover mashed potatoes. You know, the other night we just got peppers. We didn't get nothing to go with them.
That was cruel, wasn't it? Your tea is still sitting way over yonder. Did you forget
Right here.
about it?
Right here. Y'all's tea. Alright, folks, I'm going to call this a great success. It was a good stuffed pepper redo. And remember, we used sweet peppers to start with. I don't know what this would taste like if it was all bitter green peppers. What do you think, Mama?
I couldn't have ate it.
But honestly, now that I'm eating it, I would never know it was stuffed peppers to start with. I know you had sweet peppers in it, but it's just more like a Mexican casserole.
Yeah. Was that what it was called, or just?
No, it was called unstuffed pepper casserole.
Oh, unstuffed pepper.
And it just tells you to make up the meat like you do with the rice and all that. And just because we had the extra rice, I decided to put it on the bottom. But I'm good with this for tonight, and maybe do that tomorrow at lunch, and maybe get it eat up. And I'll have any waste.
Well, that'd be good. No waste. I'm proud of you for using just a half a can of corn.
I know. I thought about that. I thought, I never used to do that. That one night.
It bothered you.
It did. But the next day when I ate the corn, I thought it's handy to have a half a can of corn in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we'll have leftover corn all the time. It don't bother me, but using a half just seemed like I was wasting.
Not if you use it in something else.
Nope. Thank you, Carolyn. We love y'all too. I'm in Arkansas, cold and rainy here.
Oh, good.
Ooh. She is a sweetie. You are blessed, John. Sorry, Barbara, that you lost your mama. I am blessed, so blessed, and don't think I take that for granted, and don't think I'm not thankful every day. You must take after your dad, John. You look how little and quiet your mother. I did take a lot after my dad.
He looks like him and acts like him.
And I do act more and more like him. As I get older and I see it, and I'm like, he never did like to travel. I love to travel. Love to be on the road all the time. Love to. We've been all kinds of places over the past. But I lived away from this area for 6 years, mainly because of work. And I stayed a lot because of work in hotels and running around. I really just want to be home now. Staycations are the only thing I'm really interested in. And I could stay here, I don't know how long, because I've really never stayed here long enough to get tired of it. But I could stay here 14 days, I bet, and not leave, and still be just as content. Because when I'm working, I'm working. When I, there's things I do with coffee time on the computer. There's other things that has to be done. But then when I'm relaxing, I'm relaxing. And when I'm relaxing, there's nowhere I want to relax more than right here at home. But some of that's deliberate, just like the back porch. That addition, I didn't travel, but I saved vacation money to put into the porch because that was going to be my vacation. It was going to be 365 days a year instead of for 7 or 14 days. So I haven't been anywhere since 2017. Now, Mama, she does a little bit more than I do. But she's got friends that will go and like to go when they get up trips, and I love that because she still gets to go. And I don't have to go. But I've not been anywhere since 2017 on any vacations because I've saved my money.
Is that the last time we went to Myrtle Beach?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Are you ready to go back?
Well, sure. No wonder I'm getting wet.
You've been twice since I was there. You've been twice since 2017.
I know it.
Don't take my lies for your lies, because they don't match.
I'm getting ocean withdrawals.
Mama, you was at the ocean last year.
No, I wasn't.
You went to Pennsylvania and all up through there? And
Not at the ocean.
Somebody going to the ocean, got room for one little 5
Put me in the trunk if you have to.
We'll watch Hawaii 5-0 later, Mama. I'll look it up for you.
I'm not falling for that stuff.
Baywatch?
I'm not falling for that.
Gilligan's Island?
I'm not falling for none of that. Gilligan's Island wasn't on the ocean, was it?
I'll try to cut that out, Mama.
Mm.
So you won't embarrass yourself. It was on an island. There was ocean all around.
You can be on the island in a pond.
I guess you're saying you didn't see the waves because they always was at the lagoon.
Oh.
Yeah, they wasn't like filmed on the ocean, on the beach, I guess. There was ocean all around them. Let's see, anything else? Pray for my family, Carol.
What's that?
Well, they haven't been.
Bad sickness or what?
Yeah, Carol, we'll pray for your family.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you all so much for your kind words. My dad was the same, really good to my grandma. She brought you up right, John. Well, thank you, Mary. Mama can't sleep when their kids are out. I know. I love your friend, your relationship. Well, thank you, Angela Britt. Pray my son turns out. Well, I'm sure he will. He's got a good mama. You guys should just share a smoke right now. Oh, Kristen.
Share a smoke.
We don't either one of us smoke. Mama never has smoked. I have never smoked since I had my right mind. You know how when you're a kid, you have to try it. So I tried it and I hated it. hated everything about it. So that was a good thing. Did you ever even try it, Mama?
I've smoked, tried cigarettes, but I never did smoke. I was around my sister. She smoked all the time.
I love mashed potatoes now and then. I toss in a couple of rutabagas to mash up with. I've never had that. What is hanging on the door behind Mama? Oh, that thing right here. This is that snowman wreath y'all been staring at for months. Mama says it ain't going nowhere for a little while.
I'm going to take everything down.
She's going to take it down now. That's a snowman wreath. That door's just open tonight. Absolutely, somebody said. Hey, John and Mama, are y'all getting any of the high winds? Not right now, Janice, but we might. Guilt works wonders, Stacy says. She must be talking about when you wouldn't go to bed or when I come home. What is Mama's favorite gospel song? Sharon? I don't know that question. You'd think I'd know it. I think she likes them all, but what's your favorite gospel song, Mama?
I guess Amazing Grace is the one.
Amazing Grace, yeah.
That's the one that tells
the story. Hymnal songs.
I like all gospel songs.
I like all of them too. I guess
the old ones.
Victory in Jesus is one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
I like Amazing Grace, Just a Little Talk with You. I like them all.
Your daddy's was
Just a Closer Walk with Thee.
Closer Walk with Thee, yeah.
Your mama's just sitting there smiling like that. I know. Look at her. Just smiling. Casey says she's my age and she was raised the same way. I think we was all raised the same way, Casey, because if you was at your friend's house, did you get in trouble with them? I did. And then she'd tell my mama, and then I get in trouble again. I mean,
you misbehaved that they had to tell on you. You was in trouble.
Tell on me, they would punish me there, and then I come home and get it again.
Well, you deserved it.
Double
jeopardy. Just acting up that way.
I never did act it too bad, though. You notice behind the doorway there, it looks like someone is peeking out and listening to the conversation in the kitchen. You talking about that little thing there?
That's a plaque.
No, she's talking about this
snowman wreath.
Snowman wreath. Kind of looks like my hair's poofed up. I think that's what I was looking at earlier.
You have poofy hair, do you?
I just thought I saw something. Tornado? Oh, no.
Where's that at?
Missouri?
Ooh.
Evan, y'all be careful. Calling for winter weather here in Virginia tomorrow. Karen, I'm going to have to get on there. I don't watch the news. I don't watch weather. I don't watch none of it. The only weather I get is what Chatterbox out there gives me and what I see on my phone. And I usually just look and see what it's doing right now. We had roasted pork and crown. Ooh, Emily, that sounds good. I hurt my hip, can't hardly walk. Teresa? Sending prayers out for Teresa, everybody. Laura says, I'm a miracle baby. I think I am, Laura. My dad has COVID. April. COVID is just everywhere. It's just bad. Let's remember April's dad. Wind and rain tomorrow in Virginia Beach. I bet you we're getting some weather. We will sit here in the middle of Alabama and Virginia and all these places getting this. We're going to get it too. Mama, have you seen any weather?
No, I've not.
We better look it up. All right, folks, we're going to say goodnight. Mama,
yeah.
Anything you want to add tonight?
No. Your hot mess was fairly good.
It was good, I think. Mm-hmm. We'll have a little left over, but we might throw it in the pot and make soup out of it.
Oh, no. We're not stressing it. Oh, ugly.
She's picking it up to throw it away right now. I'll probably eat some for lunch tomorrow and then we'll pitch it. Mm-hmm. But at least we gave it a try and it gave us another supper. Yeah. And we didn't waste all that meat.
No. So
we'll eat on it. We'll eat a good half of this anyway in 2 days.
Yeah.
And then we can go with it. I know, sometimes you're just, you add this, you add that. She's going to feed it to the dog.
It might like that meat.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad for it. It's tomatoes. Now there's onions in the meatloaf, so Or in the, was there onions in the, no, there wasn't any onions.
I put onion flakes.
Oh, I thought we just put onion powder. We ain't feeding it to no dog.
No. Nike couldn't eat it at all.
No, we don't usually feed stuff like that. If it's just meat, like chicken, I'll feed that to them. Or carrots, I'll feed that. Or green beans, I'll feed that. But
now Mikey loved green beans.
Mikey would eat green beans.
If you
Abby would too. But I don't feed them onions. Don't feed them spices. For one thing, they don't like it. For another thing, it's just not good for their digestive system. And you just shouldn't feed them.
My brothers, though, it would go out in the garden and pull up green onions and eat them. Might not been good for him, but he ate them like that.
I don't know if he ate them or carried them around.
He ate them.
All right, Mama, if you ain't got nothing, say good night, Mama.
Good night, Mama, and God bless you all. Have a wonderful night.
Y'all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.
Bye.